Good evening, everybody. Scott Austin along with Coach Durbin, Emily Durbin here, the longtime player, college player, then high school coach. Glad to have you with us
Thank
again.
Thank you,
Scott. We're live here, Eastside Catholic High School, Charlie Acosta Field. It's time. It's May. It's the 2015 Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Championship today. Bainbridge facing Issaquah. Bainbridge has been here. This is their 18th appearance, Emily. Issaquah won it last year down in Mercer Island. They're back tonight. Let's start with Issaquah. Break it down, Durbin. What is the key for Issaquah to repeat in their championship tonight?
I think Issaquah's got a great chance to win this if they stick to their game. Their game is a run game, shoot them down, get the goals in, and stop the ball on defense.
That sounds easy.
It's easy. They've made it look easy so far.
They have some unbelievable athletes. Nicole Victory is just a phenom. They have a great goalie in her second year, Katie Earle, we saw in the championship. Lots of weapons for Issaquah. Let's change it now to Tammy Tomala's Bainbridge. Been here so many times. They've been out the last 2 years. What do they have to do to beat Issaquah and slow them down?
Great. I think possession is going to be a big key for Bainbridge Island tonight. Bainbridge needs to maintain that ball, and they need to do well with that ball. So once they have it, make those shots count because they've got a hard goalie that they're going up against tonight.
Yes, they do. At Bainbridge, they have Kelly Coppin, the senior. She is stingy between the pipes. Both goalies coming into the championship red hot, Emily.
Oh, I tell you what, they've both got 46% save percentages, dead even. I can't wait to see who's going to come out the victor tonight.
Paige Brigham, the big firepower for Bainbridge, kind of leading the senior there. Mackenzie Chapman, new girl in town. The freshman lighting up in the goals, assists, all of it. So this should be a heck of a match. Now, we're going to end this with the prediction. Emily Durbin, is it going to be high scoring or is it going to be low scoring?
Scott, I feel in my heart it's going to be a real high scoring game tonight. I think it's going to come down to who can put the rock in the bucket the most and who can make that one big stop on defense to give their team the advantage tonight.
All right, I'm going a low score, 10-11, maybe 10-10, 11-10. I think it's going to be tight all the way. We're just about ready for the draw. We'll get you getting starting lineups and all that right here at the 2015 Washington Lacrosse Girls Varsity Championship game on STSPN. Don't go away.
The Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association is proud to bring you this exciting event.
All right, back here ready for the 2015 championship game, Issaquah and Bainbridge. Bainbridge, the visitor tonight, Issaquah, the home. And right away, Emily Durbin, the draw control, always such a pivotal part of this game. And Mackenzie Chapman for Bainbridge, she has 65 draw controls, but they have their stud Kara Wortley out there for draw control, looks like. I'm trying to see for Bainbridge in the white and Issaquah in the black.
That's right, Scott. We've also got Issaquah coming up with Susie Emerson, who's picked up 67 draw controls, so it's a pretty even match across the board. It's going to come down to who can get the ball and what they're going to do with that.
We will see 25-minute halves here, and that was 17. That's Haley on the draw, still up for grabs. It's out of bounds, and the call, it's going to go to Issaquah. Haley Johnson, the junior out of Liberty High School with the ball, very quick. 32 goals coming into tonight as they get her around the horn. Interesting, again, discussing strategy about whether they're going to try and speed this up or they're going to have a settled offense, Emily.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a controlled speed to this, so not a real clear answer for you, Scott, but I think they're going to work it around and wait. I think each girl has the green light to go to goal if she has it. So if there's that opening, take advantage. Until then, they're going to be patient. They're going to find those openings, and they're really going to wait until they have that clear shot on goal.
Haley with it right now, coming across the 8-meter arc, and she gets out. That is Susie Emerson, the All-American. Tries it right off the top pipe. And Susie Emerson, boy, she's not only a great leader, and that's a free position shot for Susie. She's heading to Stanford next year to play lacrosse. There's a shot off the left pipe.
2 posties.
We talked about the Bainbridge. That's out of bounds on the far side. It's going to go to Bainbridge. And Ellie Coffin, the Chapman, number 5, the freshman we were talking about, leads the team in goals with 46. Not sure what the call was there. Free position opportunity. Olsen goes in, it bounces up and down, and it's in. And they've cracked the seal. Sonia Olsen, the junior, gets them going with the first goal. Bainbridge 1. And Issaquah, nothing.
Great shot there. Way to fake low, play it off the turf field. You're going to get a high bounce on that, which makes it hard for the goalies to come up on. Snuck it in right behind the post. We've had 3 shots and 3 post hits here. Absolutely phenomenal.
That at 22-12 here in this championship. Very early, Scott Oshman along with Emily Durbin, STSPN. We welcome everybody in. Todd Elvig, our engineer and executive producer. Now waiting for some instructions. Head coach Tammy Tomala. And I don't know, Todd, we have some pregame interviews both with head coach for Bainbridge, Tammy Tomala, and also Penny Moss. We'll run those up in the corner when we can. Here's what Tammy Tomala had to say right before the game as we watch this draw. All right, head coach Bainbridge, Tammy Tomala. We'll be back with more. All right, Scott Oshman here with the head coach from Bainbridge, Tammy Tomala. Tammy, all this stuff, it's a familiar place. You've been out of it, or place, you've been out of it for 2 years. Last time you won, it was actually here at Eastside Catholic. You know, all the other questions and things about being here, and but what does it mean to you to sit out for 2 years and then come back?
Last year you reminded me that it was an all Eastside final, and I remembered that.
That was you, Tammy. That was you.
That's right, but you got me to think.
Yeah.
And so that was a little motivation, but it's great to be back. It's an honor to play in the state championship, and we're looking at this as an opportunity. So it's hard to do.
It's really hard, and you guys had a hard road to semifinals. The first round, you didn't have a lot of cakewalks, and obviously Lakeside as well, but Penny Moss, you talked to her. I know she talks to you a lot about
great defensive stop there.
What do you have to do to stop victory and all the, and Susie so well, but what do you do to stop their speed?
There's a few things that you can do to stop speed.
You got to come back. And while you're watching that, that's probably what Tammy Tomala did not want to see, is Haley Johnson lit it up right there and evened it up 1-1. Very patient offense Emily, for Issaquah.
Absolutely. Taking their time, passing it around, waiting for those opportunities to develop. And here they go, taking advantage right here to tie it up. 14.53 goals per game.
And the draws are relatively even as well. Bainbridge at 10 and Issaquah around 13, depends. And coming up with it is Bainbridge. That's number 16, Truman Flynn. Again, one of the captains, a senior. Across the body call on Issaquah. And that's something we're going to have to watch as we get through the game here, the physicality. Both teams very physical, great athletes. Issaquah very aggressive as they get it through the midfield. That's Chapman, the freshman phenom. And there's Susie Emerson says, welcome to big-time lacrosse.
That's your All-American player from 2014.
She gets it off to Victory. Nicole Victory, one of the fastest kids out here. Leading top 5 goal getter this year in the league as she's at the top of the fan. And as you can see, the Bainbridge defender giving her plenty of space.
Bainbridge is doing a great job here on defense. They're really taking it to, they're shutting down the top and actually doubling and almost triple teaming to start a wall there, protecting their arc, keeping the ball outside. Can't do anything if you're not attacking it there. Oh, here they go.
Korskadden goes on, she shoots and she scores. There was a slow whistle and that is going to go away. And Meg Korskadden makes it 2-1. Or, yeah, 2-1.
Great shot there. Way to recognize at the top of the arc is getting shut down and to take it back behind.
Meg Korskadden, 28 goals coming in tonight, 18 assists. That's one thing that jumps out as well for Issaquah is the assists. So Issaquah 2, Bainbridge 1 right now. 19:30 left to go in this first half of the championship game. Draw controls, changing it up are both coaches, head coach Penny Moss, and that's Haley Johnson get it for Issaquah in the black. And there's a call down there for Bainbridge, so Haley has it again. Cause turnovers, again, very good defensive teams. They know how to check. They're one of the better trail checking teams is Issaquah, and Bainbridge will do it when they have to. Issaquah averaging about 7.5 cause turnovers. And then it always comes down to, Emily, those 50-50 balls, those ground balls. Who's going to get them?
So who's going to get them, and then who's going to get that first quick pass up the field to make something of it?
So Issaquah now up 2-1. If you're Bainbridge, Emily, and again, they've got some big-time defenders. As you see, number 9, Hannah Meyer, goes in and takes a shot or takes a try. Now back to Korskadden.
I think if you're Bainbridge, you're going to keep on. Ooh.
And a charge call, Emily, on Korskadden. Great defense there by Hannah Maroney, the sophomore.
Wow. Great defense. Way to get in position. Way to protect that circle. They just got burned on it, and here they are putting up a good front there.
Critical stop there for Bainbridge. Maroney on the far side. Haley Johnson's going to contest it. Again, the ride is a signature for Issaquah. Look at him go after that ball. And they are letting him play, Emily. That's across the sphere.
Seems like it's always across the sphere here in women's lacrosse. I'm glad to see a little bit of leadway from the referees there. I thought those were appropriate calls this time.
Hannah Meyer with the ball over on the left side. See if they're going to take and they're going to risk and double or not. Now back out to Victory. And number 11, Cameron Ramirez, also getting a lot of time this year. The junior has 28 goals, so they can hit you from multiple places. And multiple players. There's a call down on the field. Stop the play. 3 seconds called on Bainbridge. Another free position shot for Haley Johnson.
Always a tough thing for a defense to swallow. You're doing so great, and then to get that 3-second call, it's going to give them that free position.
That one not going to happen. Now it's a chase victory is going to be closest. Kira Havill for Bainbridge and White was chasing. And Issaquah controlling the ball so far early on. 16:44 left in this first half. Go ahead, Emily.
Very patient. They're looking for those opportunities. They're testing each time the balls come around. Each girl is making an effort to get in there and to see what the defense is doing and just looking for those small holes, any small foot placement that they can take advantage.
Inverted offense. Now Emerson goes through. No call. Loses it, but then she gets it right back, and she's going to get the call. Kara Wortley, the senior, checked Emerson, and then Emerson said, I got you right back.
Great defense by Bainbridge there, holding up like the Great Wall of China, not letting him through that top there.
In the semifinal game against Snohomish, Issaquah did have 2 charges called, one I believe on Emerson. And coming down transition, which they're so good at defending, is Issaquah, is Bainbridge, number 28. That's Robin Hilderman. And Hilderman goes in and tries. That's the first test for Issaquah goalie Katie Earl, and she delivers.
Stick across the body, free position.
Free position here for Robin Hilderman, the junior. She comes in, Emily, 39 goals, 9 assists.
She's looking to score. She wants her piece of the pie, and she wants it early here. She's not wasting any time to pass it.
And Earl gets a body or a stick, not sure, and Bainbridge is there to back it up as Wortley, but she loses it to another one of the best defenders in the state, Jordan Hepperly, the senior.
Hepperly, Snoqualmie All-Conference Defensive Player. She's picked up 22 ground balls this year, 8 draw controls, and she has had 22 caused turnovers.
Wow. Wortley there, gets it back. Now Bainbridge is trying their second real settled offense. They attack, now they come back. But the pass is broken up. And we'll see who has it on the near side. Bainbridge picks it up, that's Chapman.
Recovered by number 5, Mackenzie Chapman.
And Chapman gets a little love in there by Aaron Rogers. They contest everything, don't they, Emily?
Oh, it's just fun to see.
Mackenzie Chapman out top now with the ball. See if she can dodge on Victory. That's going to be a great matchup throughout the night. And that's back over Paige Brigham, the captain, with the ball on the far side. And Emma Rogers is going to have to try and control Brigham. Great dodge split. But there's a call.
Shooting space, Issaquah.
Shooting space, great move. Way to take on those 2 defenders, go right between them. They're not expecting that at that point. They're trying to push you to the side.
Brigham goes, and it's wide. It goes over the cage, and Carpenter there, number 9, to pick it up. Another captain, senior, number 9, Ellen Carpenter.
Wow, that was a great move. I'm still on that. I would have loved to see her take a shot on that.
That was a heck of a split dodge, right?
Wow.
And Jeffrey Gross lights it up over here on the far side. And the stick check on Susie Emerson. And free position here for number 9, Ellen Carpenter, a captain, 29 goals, and she runs in. Can she get it? She does!
Mail is delivered. I love it. Get your captain the ball, get him on the hanging hash with an open arc, put the rock in the bucket right there.
2-2 ties it up with 13:06 here in the championship game. Scott Oshman along with Emily Durbin, STSPN. Glad you're with us. Last year was a brawl. It came down to the last second. I actually saw the game-winning player for Issaquah, Katie Busey. She had a free position with less than a minute left to win it. Last year, 11-10. And I think it's going to come down to the wire again this year.
I agree with you on that, Scott. I think it's going to be high scoring, but I also think it's going to come down to which defense can come up with that stop when you need that stop.
And there is Nicole Victory. Draw controls, no stranger, 55 on the season. So quick off the circle, and they changed the rule last year. Now only you have the center draw and then 2 players. Here comes Haley Johnson around the horn. Gets it back out to Ramirez. Johnson, Ramirez. A lot of these kids were in the championship game last year. Hannah Meyer, number 9 with the ball. Finds Ramirez, can't handle it, and there is the Bainbridge goalie, Kelly Coffin, comes right out. You love that, don't you?
Oh, man. Always great to see a goalie come up with a loose ball right in front of the net there. So exciting. I love watching Coffin work. She's an excellent Bainbridge goalie. I love that Bainbridge always pulls their goalies out. They make them active field players. You're giving your team an advantage by having another offensive player out there. She's got plenty of time, making that Issaquah offense, who's now on defense, work hard and earn every piece of this.
She gets it to Morgan Duncan right back again. Very Bainbridge-esque, a la Maddie Stevenson, who's now sophomore at University of Denver, DU, getting some playing this time. But athletic goalie had caused turnovers. Is there trouble and Victory comes up with it? That's a turnover that they cannot cannot afford, I should say, for Bainbridge, and Victory will make you do that. Pushing on Bainbridge, but Coffin 8 caused turnovers during the year. That's just unheard of typically.
For a goalie to come out of the goal and cause those turnovers.
Wide open, miscommunication on that, and Hannah Meyer right on the doorstep, nobody even around.
The assistant, number 17, Haley Johnson.
Haley Johnson, I probably couldn't believe it that she was that wide open.
Wow, that's Haley Johnson's second goal tonight.
No, she had the assist.
Oh,
the goal was, that's okay, by Hannah Meyer, number 9.
Wow, Bainbridge got their foot caught in a hole on that one.
Something happened. There was a breakdown in communication there, because that you can't have that if you want to win a championship. A failure to communicate, Durbin. Draw controls. Issaquah taking the lead on that right now. And here comes Bainbridge, and that's their senior, Kira Wortley. Wortley's got to take care of the stick now as she brings it into the settled offense.
You can feel it. Bainbridge is hungry for that next goal.
3-2, 10:47 left in the first half, and there they have it.
That is.
And that is number 5. I was waiting for it. Mackenzie Chapman, the freshman phenom.
Mackenzie picking up her 47th goal of the year.
That's just sick and wrong. I mean, can you imagine? She must have just tore up the 7-8 league.
I love it.
And what's incredible about Bainbridge, if you're not familiar with the area, it's Bainbridge Island, and it's not like they have this huge feeder team. It's not like they have all these high schools coming in year after year. They compete. Again, this is Bainbridge's 18th appearance in this state final, and they have won 9 of them. Tied up 3-3, 10:44 left in the first half. Just when you thought maybe Issaquah could stretch a lead a little bit, Emerson on the draw there with Chapman, and the bouncer right now, there's Ramirez, takes a hack at Hilderman.
You want it so bad.
And Robin Hilderman has the ball. 20 ground balls today. Draw controls 28. Hilderman been a great player. Finds an open teammate trying to get it down, but they can't get the handle. Olsen was the one she was trying to go to. Already has 1 tonight.
Unfortunate pass right there. You could see what was developing. It just didn't connect on that try.
Another turnover for Bainbridge as Aaron Rogers.
Taking it coast to coast here.
She's trying. She's the senior, younger sister, the sophomore. That's Susie Emerson with the ball now. Comes back. You're not going to take her. She absolutely rips it.
Answering the call back. She picked up the phone there. Defensive stop, coast to coast. Didn't take him much time to get there, Scott.
Her first one tonight. Last year in this championship game, she had 6 goals. And now Issaquah 4-3. So you know what? You're making me, it's still early, 9:46 in the first, but your prediction of a high-scoring game is looking better right now.
Well, I tell you, with players like Susie Emerson who have scored 61 goals this season, it's going to be up there, Scott.
Emerson ties Hannah Graves.
That's Susie Emerson over the PA. Tom Lafferty, our PA announcer, great announcer today. That ties for point leader this season, Hannah Graves from Snohomish, the junior. Again, Susie going to go play D1 lacrosse at Stanford next year. She gets that draw control over to Hannah Meyer. Susie, one of our player of the game last year. She is a fierce competitor out in the field. Such a nice kid. Haley Johnson now on the near side. Bainbridge trying to figure out how they can stop this Issaquah offense. Corskadden working on Maroney. That last possession, though, you give Susie Emerson any room, any time, and gets her hands free, I mean, it's lights out.
She's got the quick step. She knows what she's going to do as soon as she gets into position. She's just waiting for an opportunity that the defense, are they going to fake? Are they going to move right? Are they going to move left? And then she's going to go the opposite way.
And when she gets it, she's got a torpedo for a shot, and it's a quick release. As Issaquah now playing out front with the 4-3 lead here with 8:43 left to go in the first half. And this one gets in! Wow, oh my, Hannah Meyer delivers her second of the night.
They're starting to take advantage of that play that Bainbridge has right at the top, the defense at the top of the arc there. They're starting to get them clustered. They're using them as their own picks and then rolling right around the top of that.
Issaquah 5, Bainbridge 3 here with 8:37 left. Again, talked to Penny Moss before the game. Obviously, they're very good friends. Penny talked to Tammy Tomala last year when they weren't in it, got some advice from her. And Penny was telling me, you know, Tammy's been here so many times, obviously, her in-game adjustments and what she can see and what moves and where she can put players that's why she's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. She's got an eye for the game that not many coaches have here in the state of Washington. We've got an in the sphere call there. And she's a great resource for those coaches around the island around the horn that want some help there. Ooh.
And Worley had it on the draw control, but it's over to Chapman, Mackenzie Chapman, and not sure if that was the call that I don't particularly, illegal offensive cradle, so they don't want you going and trying to split dodge and cradling too far. But there's a pass that's broken up, and Ramirez comes up with it. Meyer feeling it too already tonight. Victory hasn't gotten the dance yet. And they're going to call a charge on Nicole Victory off Maroney.
What a turn of events there, getting the ball right back.
And Kate Useless with the great defense right there, and Victory is turned away. Didn't catch it. Still the ball is down. And Hilderman comes up with it, but she's got it away. Now Hilderman shoots and scores! Hilderman on fire tonight.
I love it. I love it. She just put the turkey in the oven there, Scott. When you're feeling hot, put it away. I love it.
Unassisted at 7:19.
Hilderman, the junior midfielder coming up.
Bainbridge here doing a great job when they have possession. They're making it count. They're not wasting any time. They're taking the ball down, and they're really putting it in. The trick is they got to get the ball.
That's right, 7:19. They've had some turnovers in the midfield right now. Chris passing and catching, usually a time-honored tradition there at Bainbridge and Issaquah. You get to this level, you got to pass and catch. But defenders, everything's changes. These kids will settle down. It's within one now, 5-4, 7:19 left in the first. And Victory, another draw control. One of her many specialties. She got called on that charge. She gets it back out front to Aaron Rogers. Rogers quickly over to Meyer, and this time Coffin's there for the toe save.
Great eye work there. Stick to ball, followed it to the bottom left corner.
At the top now, Victory looking for Meyer or Aaron Rodgers.
Illegal check.
And there's an illegal check. Aaron Rodgers trying to get her involved here. She's at the free position line at the 8-meter. Indirect. Aaron, again, not a big part of their offense, coming in with 6 goals through the year, a couple assists. Victory. And we'll see where Susie Emerson, if they're face guarding her. They're not really. Got Chapman on Emerson right now. Wide open Meyer again. Hat trick for Meyer.
Wow. Awesome timing on that. She saw the defense turn her back, start to move away, and just took advantage. Slipped right in behind him. Wide open goal.
They have figured something out, 6-4, because that's twice they have been in a room by themselves right at the doorstep in front of the cage. That you can't do that to your goalie, can you?
You can't do that to your goalie, no. They're leaving her high and dry out there.
6-4, 6:05 left to go in the first half. Scott Oshman along with Emily Durbin. Todd Elvig, our executive producer engineer. High above here, Charlie Acosta Field on the east side in Sammamish outside of downtown Seattle. Worley on the draw, and Issaquah comes up, but now it's a loose ball. Bingham trying to get it, but it's taken by Issaquah. They get it up the field, and there's the speedster, Victory.
Issaquah's got a man-up advantage right now.
Now they come back. Aaron Rodgers, number 10, on the defensive side. She has 3 yellow cards this year, so she's got to be careful out there.
Well, if you're going to play hard, Scott.
As they take it from the top, they keep attacking now. Here's Emerson. She loses it. The trail check by Chapman, but her buddy Victory's right there to get it back. Now some confusion. Victory comes in, top shelf. Boom, baby.
Goal scored by number 7.
Scott, I think we need to get the butter out right now. Issaquah is on a roll.
They are. Oh, man.
7-4 lead over Bainbridge Island.
No one has the one-liners like Durbin, baby. Nobody.
Hey, man.
You're the best in the biz.
Oh, Scott, I'm following your lead here.
Issaquah, all of a sudden, 5-13, 3 goals, 7-4 lead, and Bainbridge looking around trying to figure out how to stop it. How do you stop it? What do they got to do, Emily?
You know, that's
coach them up.
That's a great question, Scott. I think that's one that everyone around the league has been trying to answer. Right now, Issaquah is on a 27-game win streak. 15 games this season.
And we're going to get a time here. Excuse me, Emily. We're going to get an official timeout. That's going to be a yellow card administered as Issaquah got the draw. And it's going to be on number 28, Robin Hilderman for Bainbridge, who had that great goal. 2-minute penalty now. Issaquah with a 1-player advantage.
Goes to the sidelines. 2-minute power play.
2015 Washington Lacrosse Girls State Championship. Brought to you by the Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association. Just what Bainbridge did not want is didn't want Issaquah to get the ball again, Emily.
Here they come.
Rodgers, back out Meyer. Susie, top of the key. Now she drives in and she hits it again.
Wow. Top shelf.
And I've been watching Susie Emerson. The minute she has room from the top, it's over. You got to double. You got to push her back. You can't let her attack from the top. As the All-American Emerson with her second goal, she'll take the number 1 spot overall in the league. But it's 8-4 with 4:45 left as they head back to the draw one more time. Wonder if Tammy will take a timeout. You get 1 per half here. 4:45 left to go in this first.
I think she's going to wait to see how this plays out here. If you take the timeout with your your yellow card player in the box. You're still down.
And they're digging for the ground ball, and a big possession. Chapman, the freshman, comes up with it. Now she's just got to hang on to it for Bainbridge. Meyer almost broke that pass up. Far side, now they'll get it behind the cage.
Bainbridge does a nice job staying spread on offense. That's going to allow for some nice isolations, which I think is what they're going for tonight.
Olsen, they get her around the wheel over the Wortley. Now back out, Page Brigham. Page, a force from that lower attack side as they bring it around. Now Susie comes out and she cuts off the passing lane for Chapman.
Issaquah doing a good job on defense here. They haven't had much time to spend on it. They're doing a great job with the follow pursuit.
Sliding well. They find, trying to go to Wortley open and see if she can hustle this one down. She does, but there's an Issaquah player right there. Hustling Kira Haville, and they get it right back. Brigham splits the dodge, and Susie's going to get called, or victory, and they're going to give it to the senior Paige Brigham, who's heading to the U.S. Naval Academy next year, Durban. Incredible. Brigham with the ball now. She likes that. Tries to dip it in, but broken up. Incredible stick defense there by number 19 for Issaquah, Emma Rogers. That's the younger sister, the sophomore. And now on the ride, they try to get it back, but there's Rogers back down to Johnson. And here come Issaquah one more time, up 8-4 with 2:43 left to go in this first half. Jenny Todd, number 14, first time we've called her name. The back there behind the cage, ball's now out front. Jenny Todd again, a junior attack. As now Meyer, and they get it over to Johnson. They are not playing aggressive D right now, is Bainbridge.
No, sticking to their gun and their original plan.
Meyer, 3 already. She goes in, she gets the slow whistle. They're going to call across the body. Can't tell if that was Kate Useless or on that, but another free position. Hannah Meyer, saved though by Coffin.
Coffin doing a great job getting that ball and getting it out. Let's get your team cross the line here, and let's get the ball back on offense.
You see on the ride in the midfield, Issaquah, it's 1-on-3. They double, they triple. And Haville does an awesome job getting through traffic in the midfield.
Taking it down, making sure she's not getting an in the sphere call, which we've seen many times tonight.
Olsen now with it up top. Tries to dodge. Goes in, nobody. Now Emerson comes over to double. Breaking down those passes into Wortley. Wortley trying to get room, but she's going to go around the back of the cage. 1 minute, 1 second left to go in this first half. Wortley spins. She's got victory. Finds an open player shoot. A save by Earl. Rebound comes up with Bainbridge. 47 seconds left. Carpenter was the one who had that shot on goal. Earl with a nice save. Wortley will have it with 45 seconds.
Let's see if they can make the most of this here.
Victory out on her. Gets it over to Chapman now on the near side.
Issaquah holding back a little bit, not getting their double team going.
35 seconds left to go in the half. 8-4. Issaquah up. Now Chapman fakes a move.
Sending that double.
It's the double. Olsen. Back over. Carpenter, and she's going to draw the foul and go to the line. Ellen Carpenter, the senior captain.
Great patience there. Way to work it around. Way to wait for that double team, Bainbridge, and then have the ball be moved so that you can find the open player to get you that free position shot here.
Carpenter, 1 goal already. Fakes right. Saved by Earl. Hilderman, though, with the pickup with 12 seconds left. They've got to hurry up. Brigham fakes out. Now she splits. She goes and she scores with 5 seconds left. Paige Brigham.
Great sense of time on that. She wasn't rushing it. She gave the head fake, rolled in. Awesome.
41 goals, 41 assists. That time she takes it all by herself to cut it with 3:85 with 5 seconds. You talk about textbook time management, Durbin.
Oh, man. Just waiting for those opportunities. Bainbridge is great at that, seeing what the defense is doing, and then once they make that mistake, slipping in.
Her first of this championship for Paige Brigham. And that's a big goal for Bainbridge and Bainbridge fans as they bring it with 3 here with 5 seconds as Issaquah went on a little run there. And they get the draw control. And she's not going to, Mackenzie Chapman's very fast, but the buzzer sounds. And that's the end of the first half. Issaquah 8 and Bainbridge 5. Do not go away. Don't touch a browser. Don't touch your phone. Do nothing. But we will come back with a halftime. We got to treat the Coach of the Year, Emily Durbin. I know you've been a Coach of the Year for many and many people's minds for over the years, but not this year, Durbin. Coach Durbin, Hillary Bowen, the 2014-2015 Coach of the Year, the coach of Roosevelt. She'll be up and we'll interview her right after this. You're watching the State Championship Girls Varsity Lacrosse on STSPN. All right, halftime here, 8-5. Hillary Bowen, our special guest, the coach of the year here for 2015. You headed up north from SoCal, coaching on the University of Southern California, which had a great season, USC. Hillary, I don't know what you did. I actually saw Roosevelt. You had some good players. Now, don't get me wrong. That program has been on the cusp, up and down. But what a tremendous season. You went out in the semifinal, or the quarterfinal, to Issaquah Catholic, where we are. How did you do it, Hillary?
No, I think it was a lot of hard work on the part of the girls, and I had a great supporting coaching staff with me that was willing to answer all my emails and late night calls and come meet with me to discuss different tactics and stuff. And I think it's really on the girls. They were willing to listen to what we say, and we worked a lot on stick work, a lot of stick work. And but it was them. They showed up every day ready to learn and ready to take what I had to say and implement it, and they did a great job of doing that.
How did you get those kids to believe? Again, Roosevelt, they pull from different schools typically, so and they have, again, some strong players, but to get those kids to believe that they can compete with the Bainbridges, with the Snohomishes, with the Lakesides, all those guys, how did you get them to buy in?
Yeah, I think it helped coming from coaching college. That's part of it. They're like, oh, okay, she might know a little bit what she's talking about. But I think the biggest thing was that I believed in them, and I saw that they had the talent, the potential to do great things. And I think as we started to go with our season, and they saw that they could get results when they put in the work, they started to believe in themselves. And that's just a snowball that kept rolling, and hopefully it'll carry into next year too.
Yeah, I'm here again with the 2015 Coach of the Year, Hillary Bowen, for Roosevelt. Now, what was the darkest moment? I mean, there had to have been a time earlier where you were looking down going, man, what did I get myself into?
Oh, no, they're a great group, and we always had fun from the start. Everybody involved in the program, from the board to the players to the coaches. But we had a very hard start to a season. We started with, we played against Lake Sam, and then Issaquah and Eastside Catholic for our first 3 games. And I think there's a little freshman hazing involved in that part on me coming up here. But, we learned a lot about what we needed to do as a team and where we needed to go and what we needed to focus on. So I think some people saw it as a dark time, but I feel like that's when you get better. And we used it as an opportunity to learn and grow.
Well, how cool is it to come in? You must have had a great aha moments. Real quickly, while we have you, we'll put your coach's hat on. 8-5, what are you seeing out there? I think you played both these teams, haven't you? Did you play Bainbridge? You didn't play Bainbridge.
I've seen them play.
Yeah. What do you do if you're Bainbridge now? Because this is what Issaquah does. This is exactly what they want. They want to be fast, and they are getting wide open looks.
Yeah, I think it's a possession game, right? So it's going to come down to the draw controls. Who's going to win it, who's going to get it, because when Bainbridge gets it down there, they've had some really nice looks and opportunities, and they have some strong players who can get to goal. So I think it's, like most games, going to come down to who wins the draw control this half.
Should we put you on the spot, Hillary?
Yeah.
Who are you going to pick?
Oh, no, I can't. I have friends on both teams.
All right, you coming back next year to Roosevelt?
I will be back. I will be back. I'm excited about it.
Well, thank you so much for coming up and spending some time with us. Again, congratulations on the Coach of the Year. And everybody around the league, boy, everybody around this city who had an opening wanted her to coach their team. It's halftime here, the 2015 championship game. Don't go away. I have a feeling this one's going to come down to the wire right here on STSPN. We are back here for second half action here. Scott Oshman, Emily Durbin. Great to visit with the Coach of the Year, Hilly Bowen, with the Roosevelt team. She did work some unbelievable wonders going out finally the quarters to Eastside Catholic. But I saw you as we were interviewing Emily when I asked her what does Bainbridge need to do, and you were shaking your head or nodding your head saying yes, it's a possession game.
It is a possession game. Bainbridge does well when they have possession with it. I think they've scored just about every time they've had it down on their half of the field. They can take care of it. They just got to get the rock.
Well, the draw control is the big key. 25 minutes left to decide who is going to raise the trophy and the champion for 2015. Issaquah coming back, undefeated year, 15-0, and Bainbridge starts off the second like they wanted to with a draw control by Kira Havill. She gets banged up. She'll start again.
This is exactly what they need coming out of the half. I had the opportunity to watch both coaches talk during the half. Very calm, very cool, very methodical with what they were saying. They had points to say to their girls that were direct and got it going there for Bainbridge here.
So Paige Brigham, there you go. She splits the dodge, then Victory trail checks, loses it, but Brigham persists, reveals, but there's a slicing defense with a stick by Victory. Wow, snatch it out of the air.
Oh, man, love to see that in a defense. Just pull it right away from the other team.
Victory, the midi, now coming back. They're giving him room, but she loses it. Their own trail check there by 28, Hilderman.
Elderman coming in big. They had a great triple team there, taking advantage. She's taking it coast to coast, looking around for her teammates to say, hey, let's get this going.
Hilderman with one goal in the first half. They get it back behind the goal now. Carpenter. She gets a crease. She finds it, and she misses over. Oh, she's not going to be happy when she sees that. It's going to stay with Bainbridge. Helen Carpenter, boy, she had Katie Earl on wheels right there.
Absolutely. Bainbridge doing what they do best, getting it spread, waiting for that opportunity, taking it down below.
Working back. They got Carpenter and Brigham again. Emily, they're trying to try both. Sometimes they'll single coverage. Right now they have Jordan Hepperly, one of the best defenders, on Carpenter, one-on-one. There she goes. She makes the move. She gives it up, but she checks it and loses it. Interesting. Hepperly gives her the inside, loses it, but then she trail checks her, and Madison Saxon gets the ball.
I think that's what you're going to get out of your Snoqualmie All-Conference defensive player. She knows what she has to do. She's going to try to get the edge, even if that means giving a little bit. Worked out for her in that instance.
8-5 here. Opening minutes, 22:43 of this 2015 Washington State Schoolgirls Championship. Nicole Victory now getting a double team over on the far side, but she gets it over to Haley Johnson. Johnson's going to attack from the right, and there's a shooting space call.
Like to see the angle on that there.
And 17, Haley Johnson, the junior from Liberty High School. She goes right at it. Coffin with a big save. Coffin now gets out of the circle. She has 10 seconds to get out. Clears it. Tough pass. Good catch there by Mackenzie Chapman, the freshman. Gets it down.
They've got the pass here.
Havel. Inside. No. Hilderman took a shot. Couldn't get it. She follows it, and she'll get possession, but there was a call. So is she going to get a free position? I think she will.
There she goes.
Robin Hilderman, the junior.
I'll be curious here to see if she's going to take it in or if she's going to hit that pass on the left side.
Center hash right there. She fakes, she goes in, but she's
shut
absolutely
down.
Accosted there. Hepperly gets it out to Victory. Now, go ahead, Emily.
Bainbridge getting back.
Good transition, D. Emerson loses it out of her stick. And there's Wortley to pick it up. And Emerson, frustrated, I'm sure she wanted that one. Kira Wortley with the ball on the far side. Second half, 8-5. Bainbridge scored a big one with 5 seconds left in the first half to cut it to 3. Brigham goes to Hilderman, can't get it off the rebound. Chapman, and
Goal circle violation.
now that's interesting.
That's very interesting, Scott.
I think what might have been a defender went in the crease there, or I'm not actually sure.
It must have been because the ball's staying down here on offense.
Not sure. We'll have to look, but Jeff Gross, one of the best who made that call, he was right there. So, nonetheless, Brigham got it out to Sonia Olsen. Olsen, big scorer, hasn't gotten one tonight so far. Wortley gets it to Page. Page cuts inside. The lefty! Great save by Earl. Rebound there. Broken up, but Hepperly gets it. Now she'll release out to Ramirez.
Great defensive stop there with Issaquah. Issaquah is doing a great job this season when they hold, as they've held all opponents except for 2 to 8 points or under.
Ramirez left open, but they slide quickly, but Maroney's going to get called on that and send Ramirez to the line. 19 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in this championship game. Ramirez right into the stick of Kelly Coffin.
Kelly Coffin turning it on here this second half, getting a little bit more support from her defense, which is going to allow her to close down those angles and make those good saves.
In their regular season meeting, again, Coffin had 21 shots on goal. And they lost that game. That's their only loss. They come in 14-1, 6-1 in Alki. Or excuse me, 14-1 overall. 16-10 in the third game of the season with the Bainbridge loss, and Issaquah untouched all the way through the playoffs. And their goalie, Coffin, a big reason for that. Up top, inside to Chapman. Can't get it now. Earl can't get there, and it's picked up by Brigham. Tries to go inside to Wortley.
Slow whistle
Hilderman
here.
has it. And it's going to stick with Bainbridge and stick across the body. Robin Hilderman, she's going to get another free position shot.
I love this opportunity. They're starting to create. They want the ball. Let's see if they can get the rock here.
17:54. We haven't had a score in the first half. That one looked like a defender got a stick on it, Emily.
I agree with you, Scott. Sticks in the middle. There we go.
Wide open. Chapman can't get it too high. Wortley going for the ground ball. Now Issaquah. And that was a cover maybe or a call. What was it?
I think it was a push by Issaquah.
And Kira Wortley adjusts the goggles. That was to the noggin. The peach.
You take it to the dome sometimes, Scott.
And there's another call. They're going to call a push off on Issaquah, and that'll give Mackenzie Chapman a shot. See if she can bid it by Earl.
Bainbridge doing a great job getting in position in case there's a shot that goes behind, or as well as taking the 2 players on the side getting ready to get in there and rebound.
Top hash. Where you want it. Looks at it. That hit the pipe.
That hit the pipe. 3 pipe shots here for Bainbridge tonight.
And Brigham will retain the ball. You see in the bottom corner, that's the Hall of Famer, 9-time champion Tammy Tomala. Down 3 here with 16:39. Her last championship took place right here at this field over Lake Sammamish. It was Lake Sammamish's first time at the championship. So I don't think Tammy was that discouraged as Chapman comes in, and now she finally slices, dices, and puts it to the back of the net.
Oh, great job. This is exactly what Bainbridge needed right at the time that they needed. If they can continue this momentum on through the draw control here and take it down again, I think we're going to have one hell of a hot dog game here.
16-18 left to go. Chapman now 8 for Issaquah, 6 for Bainbridge. Her second goal of the night, one in the first. Draw controls for Chapman, 65 DCs.
She's one of the best in the league at draw controls.
Victory's got 55 on the other side.
Bainbridge needing a big draw control here.
And if you can't self-draw now with the new rules, as Wortley comes out, she kind of muscles that away from Hannah Meyer, and Bainbridge now trying to make a run.
They're trying to get the tide rolling here. All you need is a little momentum swing to get that tide ebbing in your way. Take advantage, get some good shots on goal. Let's see if they can get this this lead here.
Chapman from the top, slices, now they slide. She got Emerson. Emerson leaves her alone. Off the dome, I think, of Katie Earl.
Shooting space to call.
Noah shooting space right before. 3 officials out there. Chapman, she's going to get another shot at it. She drives. That one got caught.
Issaquah doing a great job swarming on that. Sticks all in the middle, makes it a narrow lane, allows your goaltender to be right there in the space.
I know that Issaquah Snohomish game had a couple free positions. If you're not quick off the line as the offensive player, they numerous times would check the stick before you could even get things going.
Yeah, you'll be swallowed up like Pinocchio there.
Oh. She doesn't even have these written down, everybody. It's unbelievable. As another call down, free position shot again. Will get Wortley, but that's going to be an indirect off the fan there, the 12 down to Hilderman. Back around to the captain and kind of the general, Paige Brigham there for this Bainbridge offense.
Bainbridge is hungry for it. They want it. We just got to see if they can put it together here.
But not so fast, says Victory, her second little snatch out of the air, the thief. And now a foot race through the midfield, and many cannot catch up to Nicole Victory, just a sophomore. Susie, high. Boy, they like to get fast transition and just take it right to the rack as quickly as possible. As there's a call, and it
We have an offsides call here.
won't matter because it's already Issaquah's possession. Meg Korskadden with the ball back there. And now they're going to work it around. She just dropped the ball. Johnson drops the ball. Now there's a loose.
See who comes out of the scrum here with it.
And Maroney's at it. And Haley Johnson comes right back. She didn't want to hear her teammates giving her any guff about that.
No, you do not.
Hannah Meyer had a big first half, number 9 with the ball. 3 goals in the first for Hannah Meyer as they get it back out. You're seeing more and more zone defenses in high school lacrosse here in the state of Washington, Emily. It's kind of interesting. You didn't see that years ago, and now as we're getting more experienced coaches and the game is developing, you're seeing matchup zones and again, man-to-man, but you're seeing more zone.
It's really a nice thing to have in your pocket. Playing man is your staple, your go-to, but when you can turn it on like this, you're going to be able to shut down this top team in the state. Way to pull that out there.
Nice defense by Chapman. Victory was trying to get Susie Emerson as she was driving to the net. And a caused turnover, well deserved there by Mackenzie Chapman. 8 during the season for the Midi. Olsen now, number 6 with it, and White for Bainbridge. Drives, moves one, lows left, goes right, and Earl stops her right there.
Wow.
Oh, like a sandwich, 2 pieces of bread right together.
Oh, man, got the cheddar right there.
Man, what a stop right in the big old net. Coming back the other way, Ramirez. Boom! Chagalaga!
Boom! Top shelf.
Oh, 1v1, how you doing? 9-6, just like that. 11:42 left to go in this championship. Issaquah saying, I want two, baby. Give me the deuce.
They're getting it done. They're getting it done. When they have the ball, they're getting it done.
Ramirez taking no prisoners. Unofficial, her first of the night. And there is the timeout. We talked about if Tammy Tomala could have, should have, maybe, always armchair quarterbacking up here, if she should have taken one in the first as they made a run. This is early, 11:42. Kind of, a little midway here. She takes a timeout.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to rally her troops here. Time is starting to play into this game. You're going to need to have time to have possession of that ball. And Bainbridge needs possession to get those shots on goal.
Transition is what is killing, and they're 15-0, and many teams have fell prey to this. If you get a turnover and it's not a call stop, it's not stop play, they are on their horse, and they can move it from the 20 to 20 faster than anybody.
Oh, absolutely, and I think each girl is wanting to score on that too, so it gives a little bit extra push to get down there.
As you see the Bainbridge huddle right now, want to make sure we remind everybody we'll have a player of the game. We'll go down on the field. We'll try and get that player of the game. Emily, that's your responsibility. No pressure to pick it.
No pressure at all. We've got some good candidates at this point.
We'll try and get the winning coach if we can. Again, Penny Moss. She started with a lot of these girls, Emily, in 5th grade. She was just a mom. She was, no one's around. Okay, I'll do it. Here she is with 11:42, a possibility of going back-to-back state championships.
Wow, that's just an incredible story. It's nice to know that the parents are so involved. I think having that team having that team from so young makes you have a family.
Yeah.
When your family starts holding together, you're all going to be in it together. You're all in. You're going to get the job done.
What's interesting here, you have the sophomore Victory, of course, the prolific scorer, 52 goals on the year with 58 assists. That's what's just jaw-dropping. And she's only got one tonight. They're big guns typically in Emerson and Victory. Emerson, again, with 61. She's got 2. But you almost feel like you've controlled her since she had 6 last year in the state championship.
I think Bainbridge knew what they were coming up against in Victory, and they've kind of planned against that. Because of that, the nucleus that is Issaquah Lacrosse is stepping up around her. Coming out of the draw here, the crowd pretty excited here.
A nice crowd on hand here at Eastside Catholic. The 5th time that they've held the state championship here. They do a great job. And it's hard to look at the Bainbridge goalie, the senior Kelly Coffin, and really put too much on this. I mean, a lot of these goals are just no one's there.
Yeah, her defense has left her open several times, although she's come up with some really big stops here in the second half.
Draw control, again, opening the second half went to Bainbridge as it does this time. And with the ball, Robin Hilderman, who's had a very good game, gets it out. Chapman. Just a baby, her first time in a championship game. Finds an open Wortley, but she slides over as Hepperly, and she's going to draw the foul.
Check to the body, right in the center of the arc.
So Kira Wortley, she's a senior. Been 2 years away for this Bainbridge team. These seniors are like, nuh-uh. We got 2 years away. I want to get this one. Indirect, though, for Kira. Long pass down to Brigham. Page heading, again, as we said, to the Naval Academy. Goes inside. That's dangerous territory. Got to take care of the ball. Olsen, though, has one. Does she get 2? It's wide, but a slow whistle. She'll go to the line. 9-6. 10:27 left to go in this championship game.
A little bit of a sense of urgency here from Bainbridge. They want it.
They double Brigham.
They need to get it.
Going inside, tough pass as she was trying to kind of thread the needle, but she comes back. Wortley with the interception. Looking, Hildeman back down to Brigham. Hepperly, off the back of the pipe, and it bounces around, and Hoyle comes out with it.
That's their 4th postie.
And what was the call there? Warding on the goalie. Wow. Bring him another chance. That time she gets it through. The little low screamer.
Oh, man, that's exactly what Bainbridge needs. They need to pay the creditor here. They need to get up, and they need to put the rock in to get the bank going here.
Oh, you don't want a big debt load when you got the rock, baby.
You got 9 minutes to get out of it and to get up.
9:34, 9-7. I just had a feeling the gals from Bainbridge were not going to let this one get away.
Wow, I can't believe it. 4 post shots tonight. Had any of those gone in, we might see a little bit closer game. Well, it's a close game right now, but could have turned the tide on any of those shots.
9:34 left. They cut it to 2. And the draw has been excellent for Bainbridge this second half. Now it's down 50-50, and they come up with it. And it's going to stay Bainbridge ball. An empty check. Truman Flynn, one of the senior captains. Again, the defenders, Emily, they don't get much love.
They don't get much love, especially in the statistic department. Truman Flynn, all conference player, heart of the Bainbridge defense.
Triple team now is Kira Havill, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. It's going to turn over to Issaquah. Boy, the deadliest ride in the league.
Wow, what a stick check on that one to turn that around. Wow.
And that's what happens when you get that clear almost and you go to the sideline. I mean, it's like they are feasting on that.
Absolutely. It's another. The sideline could be another defender for you.
Blood in the water. They triple teamed her, and Havill had nowhere to go. Ramirez. Boy, she gave her an angle there. Ramirez decided to take it back out. Hannah Meyer on the far side. 8:23 left. 9-7. Issaquah trying to get their second state championship in a row. Corskadden triple teamed, and she's going to draw the foul, and she'll get a chance to throw one at Kelly Coffin. Now they're going to move to the center hash. That's where you want to be on a free position.
Gives you the biggest angle for goal.
But she decides to take it out. Interesting. But I'm not going to question Corskadden. She's a wily veteran there.
Split in the 2 there, taking it back out.
Ramirez. Good defense there by 14. Hannah Maroney. Again, just a sophomore.
Still a close game here. Bainbridge needs to know that it's within their grips.
Haley Johnson tries to take a stab at it. Good double there. Corskadden, they're going to let her, trying to make her go left.
Good triple team escort out of the arc.
Ooh, nobody was covering Ramirez, and Coffin wanted to take a shot at her.
I think they're going to try that again.
Now Susie Emerson. The senior comes in, draws the double, backs out. Now she's going to get more company. Pulls it out. Now 3, now they double. It's communication. Wide open was Rogers. Emerson fakes, goes in, and she's off.
You could feel it there. You could feel the want for that. Defense wanted to stop. Offense wanted to get the ball in there. The crowd was yelling all kinds of things.
She had Aaron Rodgers for a second, faked that one, and then came back in. Actually, a patented Emerson move where she hitches and fakes. Victory now, trouble handling, but she picks it back up. Good D there by Chapman. 6 minutes, 23 seconds left. The lead, 2 goals right now for Issaquah. Ramirez at the top of the 8. Back behind now, Corskadden. Now a chess game starts a little bit.
I agree with you, Scott. You want to be patient. You want to maintain possession. If you have possession, the other team does not. You also need to be efficient with that.
When do you come out and start being aggressive and doubling these kids if you're Bainbridge?
I think they're going to give it a few more minutes on the clock and then really start to feel the heat. These teams can score quickly. It doesn't take long to get those goals. but you don't want to lose opportunities and give up more goals.
Back around to Korskadin again. She's got Victory to her right. She splits it, comes around the crease roll. Now she draws 3, fakes it, she nails it! Oh my!
Wow. Nice run right around the crease. Would it charge, would it fade away, and then would it put it up top shelf. The cheese is in the fridge with that one, Scott.
Meg Korskadin. Oh, baby, she kind of played with him, toyed with him, said, come and get me.
And they backed off, and boom. That's what she did it.
A big goal with 5:29, 10-7 now for Issaquah. Tammy Tommel has already used up her timeout, but I guess she gets one more in the state championship. I need to check my rule book, apparently.
I think it's 2 per game.
2 per game.
2 per game.
Right, you're right. It's dictated by half. Oh, the strategery. Scott Oshman, Emily Durbin, Coach Durbin up here. You're flying it out. You got anything left in the tank? Are you holding out? We only got 5:29 for your one-liner.
Oh. Well, I'm working on it, Scott. I'm getting excited in the moment of the game here. I'm trying to – I don't know who to root for at this point. I want Bainbridge to come back. I want to see him take it ahead. Issaquah's doing a great job. I mean, nothing that they can do to change their game right now because it is working. And it's just exciting to see that type of high-level lacrosse. What a great team.
And Issaquah, they're getting it from a lot of different places. They've done that a lot this year. Meyer had 3 goals in the first. It was tied 8-5. So, again, my prediction looking a little bit better at this point. Still 5:29 left. You thought it'd be a much higher scoring game.
I did think it was going to be a much higher scoring game. I'd like to still point out, though, that when Issaquah is able to hold teams to 8 points or less, they're pretty much victorious.
Yeah, victorious in the last 2 years. No, victorious, it doesn't matter. They like their star sophomore, Nicole Victory. They'll take it any other way. I mean, Penny Moss, what a job over the 2 years, 29-2. Spectacular job by them and that program. You saw it building in the youth program over the last few years. But again, they take the pill from you, man. They take that rock in the midfield. Their transition D is just tenacious.
Absolutely phenomenal. Just to see passes picked out of the air. It's not even hitting the ground, and they're taking it away.
All right, we come back. As we go, 5:29 left. You gotta knock it around the old noggin there. Who's your POG, the player of the game, baby? Who you thinking?
Time's gonna tell, Scott. Time is gonna tell.
Here we go. 5:29 left in the state championship. Glad you're with us. Hopefully you can see this one. We want to remind you on STSPN.com, our YouTube channel, on demand, as Bainbridge comes up with a big draw control. And that's Truman Flynn.
Really successful out of their timeouts tonight.
Flynn, now they swarm. She gets out of it, goes back to that middle. Over to Hilderman. Hilderman on the far side, running with Nicole Victory. She'll take it back behind. Now to the captain, Brigham. And Paige gets inside, and she nails it right in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, like a little twisting, turning tornado. Brigham.
Non-stick, high side. What a play. Inches between her and the post, and she put it in there. Wow.
Her third goal tonight, second in this half. And the Naval Academy is going to get a playa.
Tammy taking a great timeout. Players responding. 2-point game. Oh, man, the electricity in the air tonight. I don't think there's a single person sitting down in the crowd here.
We had a partly cloudy, sunny, spurting. It looked like we get a little rain, but it's held off so far. A perfect May day here in the Pacific Northwest. Another big draw control. And there's a call, and it's going to stay with Bainbridge. No, yes?
Yeah, stay in Bainbridge ball.
Wait a minute. Yes, it is. I saw Mackenzie Chapman. I thought her reaction was didn't know what was going on as the officials there.
Oh, yep.
All right, it's going to stay with Bainbridge. Now to Mackenzie Chapman. Chapman leaves that stick open for Susie Emerson, and Susie's not pleased with the call.
Backing him up, resetting here. Let's see what Bainbridge can develop from this opportunity.
Mackenzie Chapman, 2 goals tonight. One in the first, one in the second. Down by 2. 3:58 left to go in this game. Bainbridge doing a great job on draw controls in the second half, Emily.
They certainly are, Scott. Great opportunities are going to come to those who make the most out of these small opportunities. Those are those draw controls. Those are these penalties that are occurring here. What can they do with these small opportunities to make this great opportunity happen?
Paige Brigham, the wily veteran, and she's on another one. Actually, they're good friends, I know, Paige Brigham and Susie Emerson. They play in the offseason. And that's a tough angle, though. For the lefty, not so much. What a save! She goes high. Saved by Earl.
Way to go.
Last call at the concession stand.
Bainbridge coming back with the defense there.
Concession stand.
And they're going to get either a empty stick, empty check.
Oh.
Here's tonight's official attendance, 1,010.
1,010 here at a packed Charlie Acosta Field, Eastside Catholic High School, as Jordan Hepperly tries to get it off to Victory, as she does.
It's starting to become a time game here. Bainbridge has got to turn up the heat. They've got to take advantage of anything that's laid out there on the field, and then they've got to score.
2 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in this championship game. Up by 2. Bainbridge with no timeouts left. Issaquah's got plenty. Victory on the loose, empty net, and she scores!
Pulled the goalie out. Trying to get the extra defensive move there.
I want to go back on STSPN and watch that on demand. I'm not sure what was going on for Kelly Coffin, and Victory took advantage. When nobody's home, what do, Emily?
You put the rock in the bucket,
That's right,
Scott.
that's right.
Put the rock in the bucket.
No need to knock, you just go on in. I tell you, Victory, we talked about it, just her second goal tonight. Another big draw control. 2:22, that clock
Bainbridge
is
again.
getting.
Clock is getting hot.
Eight to 5 at halftime. Issaquah has led all the way except the early going. We had ties at 2, ties at 3. It was a back and forth game. Issaquah kind of broke it up. Then Bainbridge, if you just joined us, there's a across the body. It's going to stay with Wortley.
This is taking a lot of time off the clock here to reset this and to assess these penalties.
Now under 2, it'll stop at every whistle. Wortley going to bring it around. I thought she'd give it off to Paige, but she does not. She takes it herself. Now she gets it back over to Paige to work on that crease. Finds an open Chapman, but good fortune Olsen there for Bainbridge to pick it up. Back over to Paige.
I think that's an awesome setup that the Bainbridge offense has. They're trying to get those passes from down below the crease. When you do miss those passes, you still have your players on the opposite side that are ready to pick up any of those loose balls.
Chapman from the top. Draws the double, now backs out. There's a slow whistle on that one, so Mackenzie Chapman's going to hit the line from the center hash.
Here we go, baby. This is the time when champions are made. See what you got. Let's see if we can get this point on the board.
They need to score, and they need to score quickly. 11-8 with 1:13 left. Chapman, saved by Girl! Rebound goes to Issaquah, and that could do it. As Emma Roger hustles down in the trail check, and they're going to call a yellow card on senior Sonia Olsen. Slashing call, and she's out for the remainder of the game as there's only 1:02 left.
Not much you can do there. You got to give it your best effort.
Well, with 1:02 left, 11-8, Issaquah doesn't have to do much except just hold on to the ball. As Rogers Emma has it. down on the far side. These two teams, they met early in the season, and Bainbridge lost 16-10. Earl or Coffin coming out trying to break that one up, but Issaquah remains with it as Victory out top. Now Bainbridge has to just go and double and try and get it. Chapman chasing. Maroney and Nicole Victory. Gets it down to Ramirez, who had a heck of a game. Haley Johnson. Out to Rogers now. Susie Emerson, they're throwing the ball around. The senior heading to Stanford. Johnson gets it, 13 left. And Issaquah right now looks like they are going to go back-to-back state championship. Tammy Tomlin not going to get it. Rogers doesn't shoot. But there was a shot right before the buzzer, and it looks like going to get a yellow card.
I'll be curious if they're going to play this out here or let the game go.
Who's your player of the game?
Scott, I'm going to go with Susie Emerson and Nicole Victory on this one. Both of them. I'm giving it to both of them. Standout players.
Two of them. Do we have the budget for that, Todd, for two?
Two girls, they definitely earned it tonight. They stood as the pillars for their team. They took a hit. They got the ball back, pulling them out of the air. Just awesome players.
Coming over to the table to check the time as they set up this free position. So Nicole Victory, the sophomore, 2 goals tonight. All conference, and they put 3 seconds back on the clock. And Susie Emerson, that's back-to-back championships, back-to-back player of the game.
Absolutely. She's earned it. She's put in the time, and you can tell. She had 2 big stops on defense where she just ripped it right out of the air. Absolutely phenomenal.
Sometimes she has to do all kinds of things. Tonight, she wasn't relying on their goals. She had 2 tonight in the first half. And again, usually, 67 draw control. She does it a lot. And sometimes the stats are misleading because there's so much other things going around as Rogers runs it out, and that will do it. The 2015 Girls High School Washington State champions again. Issaquah brings it home, and Penny Moss, 2 for 2.
Back to back. Wow.
As you see them rush the field, we're going to break. We're going to try and get some interviews on the field before the ceremony. It's a final here from Eastside Catholic. Issaquah wins their second championship 11-8 over Bainbridge. Don't go away on STSPN. Can you get this? All right. Freshman here. Susie, I saw you last year just at Mercer Island. You're both player of the game, 2 goals each tonight, but you did so much more in the midfield. On the defensive end, Nicole Victory, Susie Emerson. Susie, you're heading to California. Talk about what it meant to come back to back.
It was amazing. It was an absolute team win. It felt really good to spend my senior season undefeated.
Nicole, you guys both have to do so much draw controls. You have to do defense. You're the middies. You're running like crazy. What was the key tonight? Even you didn't have to do it so much on scoring goals, but you had to do so many other things.
I think it was just possession. Like, we needed to get the ball, and we really went off the draw, and we got the possession, and then we just took care of the ball really well tonight.
What about your goalie?
Oh, my God. Katie Earl was amazing tonight. She was absolute fire. She had shots all over, great clears. She was fantastic tonight.
All right. When you come to the big dance, oh, you want some more?
Yeah, we're going next year, for sure.
All right, our STSPN championship players of the game, Nicole Victory, Susie Emerson, congratulations to Issaquah with 11-8 win. You got it. We'll be back with more on STSPN.com. I was going to try and get Penny Moss.
The MVP for Bainbridge Island in this game is Paige Brigham, also with 3 goals. Excitement that they feel. A great game.
Now, excitement brewing here on the field. Issaquah down out there celebrating. You've got parents, you've got kids, you've got family members, you've got members of the community in the high school down there. Super excited. Wow. Look at the girls running around, piggyback rides, jumping up and down. What a great time here. They're all going to the dance tonight. They're all going to go home, celebrate, keep their undefeated seasons in their belts. Absolutely phenomenal game tonight. Issaquah had the ball, maintained possession.
Good night, everybody.
Are we ready? Go? All right, there we go. 2015 back-to-back head coach championship. Penny Moss, how's it feeling?
Amazing. I'm so proud of them, and I'm in shock. I'm in shock that we did it again.
During the game, it's a game of runs and spurts. You guys, it kind of went neck and neck first half. You had a little spurt. They came back at the end of the first half with that big goal with 5 seconds left. What'd you tell your kids at halftime?
Keep on going. That's what I told them. I said, you guys are doing great, and you know they're going to come out strong, but you just got to come out stronger.
We had Susie Emerson and Nicole Victory. Again, they didn't score a ton of goals like they've had to do all year, but they did so many other things. And then talk a little bit about your big sophomore goalkeeper, Katie Earle. What a tremendous performance.
Oh my gosh, that was Katie Earle's game of her lifetime. She was so spot on, and she adjusted to the shots that came in. They were getting her low on her stick side, and she adjusted to that. And I knew in warm-up she was so focused, and she can really get in the zone.
When you started in 5th grade and said, oh yeah, I'll coach, did you ever think you'll have back-to-back state championships?
No, never. I just can't even believe it. But part of the reason I think that we have is that all those girls who were in 5th grade with me are now seniors, and they've been playing together for 8 years. And that's made a huge difference because they play like a team. You see even when our top scorers get defended so tightly and they did such a good job, the rest of the team steps up.
Well, congratulations, your 2015 Issaquah head coach Penny Moss, the champions in the state of Washington. Thank you, congratulations, go have fun. That's going to do it for everybody here. For Emily Durbin, for the executive producer, our engineer, 5-tool player, Todd Elvig, Scott Oshman saying so long from Eastside Catholic High School and Charlie Acosta Field. Issaquah wins the 2015 championship 11-8. Good night, everybody.